Hey, what's up everyone? This is Minnesota Mike back with you for another video. This is another one in my vlog series that I do through the Memphis Songwriters Association in conjunction with the blog that I write for them, all about songwriting and what has worked for various artists over the course of a handful of years. We're finishing up this kick that I'm on about similar chord progressions and why certain songs sound similar even if they're thematically very different. We looked at Loser by Beck as well as Midnight Rider, compared those two songs in our last one, and then also talked about the songs The Joker by the Steve Miller Band and Beverly Hills by Weezer, taking a look at those chord progressions. And like I said, what makes them melodically similar. Now we're gonna do one last one, at least for this kick. There are a lot of these songs that I could go off of, and so this might be something that we'll revisit. But for this first kick, I'm gonna finish up by talking about Moondance by Van Morrison and Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. So we'll start off with Moondance by Van Morrison. It's a romantic song that talks about going outside and dancing with your significant other underneath the moon on a beautiful fall night. The dark setting, and by dark I mean it's not light outside, leads to lines about trying to place the calling of your heartstrings, but coming to the ultimate conclusion that it won't be hard, since the night's magic seems to whisper and hush, and the soft moonlight seems to shine in your blush. So melodically, this particular song, the verses go from A minor to B minor 7 and kind of follow that cadence throughout the whole time of the verses, at least the pre-chorus goes D minor 7 to A minor 7 and follows that pattern until the last line, which uses E7 sharp 9. The chorus uses A minor and D minor 7. But coming out of the chorus, there's an E7 sharp 9 played, which resolves along with the saxophone to go into another verse and once into a solo, which is played over that verse. The solo gets played over that progression of A minor, B minor 7, A minor, B minor 7. Like I said, the verse again, that gets played 8 times before moving into a D minor 7, G, A minor 7, G13 progression. That gets played 3 times and is followed by a D and E minor 7 before closing on A minor 7, D minor 7, A minor, and D minor 7 progression. And that gets played 4 times. So overall, the song is written in A minor. Moondance follows a verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, solo, verse, pre-chorus, chorus format. The last verse gets sung slightly differently, a little bit higher with a little less staccato to wind down the song. Also, in the last part of the song, he kind of riffs on the last part of the chorus. So that's Moondance in a nutshell. Now let's move on to Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. So Billie Jean tells the story of someone from the narrator's past who insists that the narrator is the father to her child and won't leave him alone about it. However, throughout the chorus, he says, Billie Jean is not my lover, she's just a girl who thinks that I am the one, but the kid is not my son. Now, of course, there's no telling if he actually fathered this kid, but at the very least, he did Thriller. I'm just going to assume you're laughing at that fabulous joke. So melodically, the song's string parts are what I want to focus on for the sake of comparing to Moondance. Those chords are F sharp minor and B minor, which are used in both the verses, choruses, and the bridge of Billie Jean. The solo is played over the verse. The 2 big things that link both Moondance and Billie Jean are the B minor chord and also, and mainly, the rhythm of the main riff within the 2 songs. The din, 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 din. The big difference there is that Billie Jean has, that really strong bass part to kind of keep it grooving, versus Moondance, where it kind of relies on the main riff to keep it going, if that makes sense. But structurally, Billie Jean follows a verse, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, solo, bridge, ending structure. The bridge is a rehashing of the last part of the chorus. She says, I am the one, but the kid is not my son. Something similar happens in Africa by Toto, which was released, I think, a year after Billie Jean was, just for what it's worth to you. But the ending just repeats Billie Jean is not my lover before the solo comes in and fades out with the song. So I've linked both Billie Jean and Moondance below so that you can hear their melodic similarities in succession. I hope that this was helpful for you in composing and recognizing that melodic line of best fit, even if the song you're going for is very different than the song that you're writing. It can happen even in different thematic songs. So I'm Minnesota Mike. Thank you so much for watching. Again, you can check all of these vlogs out talking about songwriting. Make sure you check out the blog on the Memphis Songwriters Association website, especially this week, because there is a little bit of bonus content in the blog that's not in the vlogs, but definitely worth checking out anyway. I've got a bunch of other songs too on YouTube, so be sure to check those out. And I'm also on Instagram and Facebook as Minnesota Mike. Thank you so much.